Welcome to the 2018 Blaze Show here in Atlanta. I'm Brian. This is from Survival on Purpose. I'm here with Tricia from our old friends at USCCA, and I just walked in and I happened to see their booth, and I thought I'll stop and talk to them for a minute because you may remember we did a video a couple months ago about comparing the USCCA and NRA Kerry Garden, I think US Law Shield or something like that. Had a lot of questions to the video I really wasn't able to answer because I'm not the expert. I'm just a member. So I thought we'd ask Tricia kind of just to tell us what sets the USCCA apart from some of the other competition that's out there, because it's a very popular thing now to protect yourself. I mean, concealed carry is really big, and unfortunately, so are prosecutions and lawsuits.
Absolutely.
So, well, thanks for taking a minute to talk to us, Tricia.
Happy to do so, Brian.
Okay, well, so just kind of tell us, what is it that sets USCCA apart from all the other plans out there? Because we know there's a lot of them.
There are, and there's a lot of competition up and coming with the different options. What I believe sets us apart, and what I tell members that activate or talk with me, is that it's really all inclusive with the USCCA. Instead of adding on for extra money for one service or another service, with the USCCA, you pay one price, you get everything. Some differences between specific coverage right away is that we cover all weapons of opportunity. All legal weapons of opportunity are covered, versus it's not related only to firearms or only to guns. It's simply if you're in the action of self-defense to protect yourself or your family, your loved ones, you're covered for that action of self-defense. You might have a baseball bat, a knife, a tire iron, your car, your hands, anything you use to make that action of self-defense, you are covered by your membership. Another thing that I really like is that it's automatically included that you're covered everywhere you go in the United States, with the exception of New York State right now.
Really?
There's some changes going on there.
That, right?
There's some changes going on there. Our executive team is working diligently with the attorneys to work through that. But aside from that, everywhere you go throughout the United States, you're automatically covered. You're not paying extra. And again, it's that all-inclusive.
Even the People's Republic of California?
Even the People's Republic of California.
I'm sorry, if you live in California, I know, you guys, I got a lot of friends in California. I'm just making a little joke there, but so that's a big deal. So basically, even if you use your hands, if you push somebody down in self-defense, they hit their head on a curb and whatever, you're covered. And they don't have to die. It's just any kind of a legal defense, right?
Right. Any kind of legal, financial coverage, legal issues. The biggest thing for me that really set us apart too, that really spoke to me, is our critical response team. Fully staffed by our own team in Wisconsin. You're not getting a third party. You're not getting somebody that maybe doesn't speak English. In Wisconsin, we almost speak English. But they answer that call 24/7, 365. You get a live person. What's going on? What happened? Do you need bail bond? Do you need an attorney? And those things are taken care of with you and for you. Somebody's there to help walk you through everything and navigate, because it's an uncharted, messy world. It's chaotic. I don't want to go through it alone. And then the other aspect of it is financing. Who's coming up with $30,000 in bail? Who's coming up with whatever amount of retainer for a good criminal defense? Depending on the scenario, it can be all different sorts of kind of money. And that answers, the USCCA answers that question. We pay that up front, 100% upfront funding. That's another difference.
It's a big deal.
Actually. Yeah. And I'm glad we hit on that, because that's a huge difference. A number of organizations, other organizations, it's a reimbursement. You get a partial portion. One in particular does 20% upfront, and you get the rest of the money as a reimbursement after you've been through the criminal court proceeding, and then you get
after
it reimbursed.
You've been found innocent.
And acquitted.
Acquitted, yeah.
You have to be acquitted of any criminal charges. But innocent.
Right.
And then you get it refunded or reimbursed.
And I had some people, my opinion on that is, and maybe I'm not an attorney, but the fact that, right or wrong, whether or not you are acquitted has as much to do with your legal representation as it does to do with your guilt or innocence, just to be in America today. So I think the ability to have absolutely the best representation you can have can make it, even if you're completely innocent, can make a big difference. And I don't know, I'm not an attorney, but I would imagine I'm going to be more motivated to work for somebody that can pay me up front than somebody that maybe if we win, we'll get paid. If we don't win, we won't get paid.
Absolutely. It's a totally different mindset. What's nice too is we have access. We've created a legal network of attorneys throughout the United States that in the moment, if a member is traveling, if a member is at home in their home state, wherever they may be, we need to get them great representation. It's available to them. We can send somebody there right away. The attorneys we use are pre-vetted to be in that same self-defense mindset and knowledgeable in their laws of the state in which they practice for self-defense.
This is another big deal.
Yeah, it's huge because you don't want to open a phone book in my day, phone book or Google or Yelp, just some random attorney that may do real estate.
Your brother-in-law's neighbor.
Exactly.
Because you happen to know an attorney, right?
Right. And then, you hire a real estate attorney when you need a criminal defense attorney, and they're going to take the money, right? I mean, they may take the job, maybe they would pass it along, but we help you get to the right person quickly and the right attorney to match what your needs are. You may not need one. It may be just formality. Nobody can predict when or where it's going to happen. That's the whole idea of self-defense, being ready.
Exactly.
I think it reminds me a lot of any other insurance, because that's really what it's all about. You have to be proactive, no different than your health insurance or your vehicle insurance. I think responsibly armed Americans, whether it's armed with a knife or a firearm or any other option, I think none of us, the good guys and gals of America, wake up going, I hope I have to use it today.
I know.
That's the idea. It's not a gym membership, just like your auto insurance or your health insurance. You have it because if you need it, it's there, and it's that peace of mind. Nobody wakes up hoping for a car accident, but we all have auto insurance.
So what about civil coverage? You cover civil?
We do. So criminal is always the first part. It's very objective. You play by the laws and the rules and the facts of the case and what actually happened. And it's pretty clean and cut and dry, and it should be. If it moves on and you get sued in civil litigation, that would be either by the person that tried to bring harm to you or maybe their family members are suing you, depending on the situation again. But if there's civil litigation brought against you, once again, we help you find and retain the attorney, pay for all of it. If expert witnesses are needed to defend you or speak on your behalf, we pay the cost of that. All court costs are paid for. The biggest thing that we do is if damages are awarded by the judge to the plaintiff or the plaintiff's family, who's ever causing that lawsuit, let's say they say you owe $250,000 because they had pain and suffering, cut their arm on your glass, whatever the situation might be, they make that award. Now, if you have $250,000, that's amazing. Good for you. You've earned it. But don't give it away to the bad guy. And if you don't have an extra $250 sitting around, why should you give it to the bad guy? Again, we cover damages.
Seriously, I didn't know
damages,
that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. That's
and that is also very different for us.
Oh,
yeah.
big
And
time
again,
different.
any weapon, anywhere in the United States, we pay damage. And the damages is your nest egg. The things you've worked for all your life, your home, your savings account, everything that you've worked for is now at risk in a civil litigation. So now, if that award is made, right, if they rule in the favor of the plaintiff, you don't have to worry about it because we're going to pay it.
Right, and the biggest example everybody knows about that is you can be acquitted in a criminal case,
right,
like OJ,
right,
and still lose the civil case.
Absolutely.
Because the burden of proof is much lower in a civil case.
It's all subjective. It's based on emotions.
Right.
Was this just this particular person that tried to bring you harm? Was it a good kid who made a bad one-time decision and shouldn't suffer for the rest of their lives? It's
and we hear all the time.
And they make, even though the rap sheet and they've been to jail more times than
we hear about that all the time,
75-year-old bad guys. But
that somebody's done something wrong, but they're still getting sued. Sorry, it's too early for my throat to be dry. So that's new information to me. Maybe it is to you that they cover damages also in civil cases. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm a member of USCCA. I believe in it. So I just thought I would introduce you to our friends here and try to get the little extra information for you. Hopefully this answers some of those questions. Sheila, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us.
My pleasure, Brian. Thank you.
If you're not a member of the USCCA, I encourage you to go to the website and check them out. It is
USCCA.com, and our phone number toll free, which is now we're open 24/7, by the way.
Okay.
Member services. So anytime it's convenient, if you want to speak to somebody live, It's 1-877-677-1919.
Cool. I'll try to put that in the video if I have time. So anyway, well, thanks again.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Put out a brand new video every Friday, Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. Probably several Blade Show videos. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.